Hi, today I have here Cavan. And Cavan, please introduce a little bit about yourself, what you do.
Yeah, sure. My name is Cavan. So I started a company called GoCraft. So it's really to promote mind and body connection development. So as a company, we developed our own systems that we really focus more on the nutrition, neuroscience, positive development, and movement, and to increase our cognitive performance and also the body recovery.
Perfect. So today I have Cavan here with me. First, because he is in the wellness industry, and secondly, he has been an Upmood band user for a while already, and I'm very interested in finding out your experience. So, first of all, what made you interested in trying out Upmood in the beginning?
You know, the story was actually kind of funny because I met you in 2019 in the RISE conference, and the first time I saw this particular product, I wasn't paying too much attention to it. I felt like there are still room to grow, and then after that, I remember I got really interested in biohacking, and there was one particular area in biohacking that we always try to look for. That's the HRV, the heart rate variability. And that's the one key information that most of the devices out there did not have it at that time. And then I was like, wait, I think I remember this one company back in the days when I saw them in a conference. Then I reached out to you.
Yeah. So actually, as we can see, you have a lot of gadgets on you already. So as a product tester or as a person with a lot of experience with wearables, how do you incorporate Upmood, or how do you think Upmood is different from all the other wearables?
As I said earlier, so most of the time I really want to focus more on the HRV if I can. So currently I have 4 devices on my hands right now. I am just in the phase of trying out different products, so I don't usually walk around with 4 devices. So this is my basic go-to. That's also my benchmark, is my Garmin. It does a pretty good job in terms of heart rate measuring. However, it does not come with a heart rate variability. And of course, the newer Garmin, they do have it. My old versions, this is a 235, so it's a relatively old version, so it didn't have it. And then I try out your devices, and then I also go along with my Oura Ring. So Oura Ring actually does HRV really well, very sensitive, and they do a fantastic job when you're sleeping, and that's a problem. It does that and when I go to sleep, it doesn't do that during the day. So for me, I really want to have one particular product that detects out my HRV during the daytime when I'm working. Especially when I'm stressing out, I want to find ways to fine tune them very quickly. So that's when I tried out your device. Yeah.
Perfect. So you tried specifically use the Upmood wearable for HRV purpose, understanding stress, understanding your own emotions during the day.
Yeah.
That's the most important.
Yeah.
Cool. So as a biohacker, or when you practice as a biohacker, what are the things that you often have to pay attention to? Or with that said, as I understand, HRV is a big thing, but from this understanding HRV, what extends from that? Like, why is HRV so important to you as a biohacker?
Well, let's just clarify one thing. For the disclaimer, I don't do biohacking as a money generation piece. It's actually more like my passion project. My main piece actually comes in running workshops and actually highlighting how to use certain devices. And for HRV piece, I think for a biohacking perspective, it's extremely important for us to find ways to relax our mind. So the whole idea of trying to be focused and relax at the same time is a very elusive conversation. However, you can talk to any NBA players or any performers, athletes, even pianists or any performers out there. They will know very well the importance of focus and relax. And I really want to find ways to incorporate that in my daily life, and that's actually one of the main reasons why I started tracking my HRV as often as I can. And from a HRV perspective, also parasympathetic system is extremely important. HRV is a very strong. Well, I would say that's a very good indicator.
Yeah,
for
it
what
is a
it does.
direct indication of how the parasitic system is working.
Yeah, it's a very elusive conversation on that because there's a lot of things that we know is supposed to work, but there's no solid ROI.
Mm.
And I felt like that is probably the only ROI I can think of right now without putting a bunch of EEG on my head.
Yeah.
Like, which I do that as well, but then I do that at night when I go to sleep, and then also it has its own limitations.
Yeah, so I think one big part of Upmood is to try to promote the accessibility of such information.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of products out there that does HRV tracking, but is it as easy, or as you said, like you want to do it throughout the whole day?
Yeah.
So this brings me to the last question. So anything that is personal, interesting that you've done with the Upmood band that you can share with us? Like maybe you did something with it and then
Yeah.
some certain results.
I guess from a scientific perspective, I used to be an engineer myself. I always want to look at data before I actually trust what the theory say. So in some way, I do my own experiments a lot of times. People always say that meditation, priming always work. Exercise always bring in good positive emotions. Well, it's good they have in vitro study, and that's not on me. That's all I know. So for me, I really want to do that on myself, running an experiment.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I did.
Experiment on yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So I would run like a muse, which is a EEG on my head. I do a meditation on that,
Yeah.
and then I'll track my HRV at the same time. And it was very clear that I do one section of muse EEG meditations, and then I do a breathing exercise, and then I do another muse meditations again. So it was those two peaks in my emotion graph from this device actually indicated time that I actually meditated.
Meditating, okay.
So it comes off as positive.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, that's very clear. So that's one of the examples. Another one is when I was running, when I was doing exercise, it was very clear as well. So sometimes I go out for a bike right now. Let it be known, if you're trying to push yourself, you're not going to see any positive emotions. It's at that euphoria moment. It's like after you push yourself, you feel that jolt of endorphins start kicking in. That's when you actually feel that positive
emotion coming in.
While you're grinding through it, no. When you're crunching the teeth, definitely not. You won't have that.
Perfect. Again, thank you so much, Cavan, for today's time. And we are launching the Upmood launch very soon. It will be available on Kickstarter. So please stay tuned and thank you again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.